Do you see? Straightforward there. So that one, guys, it's a gradient of a what? Of AB there. And now what I want you guys to take a note about it is that a gradient here, it's positive. Do you see our line the way it is? It is in this shape there. And now let me show you something there. I told you that when the line is like this, it will have a what? A positive gradient. As you can see that line, it's like this there. It means that it has a what? A positive gradient there, which is 4. So now the next question, the symbol say now, determine the coordinate of M, the midpoint of AB. So they say that determine the coordinate of M, the midpoint of AB. So it means that M, guys, it's a midpoint of this line there. We don't know, maybe it's around there because it's a midpoint there. So they need you to determine that point which is there. And in order for you to get that point, this is what you can do there. Straightforward. Just know the equation of a what? Of a midpoint there. Let me apply that equation, which is the 2.3 midpoint x y divided by 2 y 2 and y 2. And here, guys, we add there. Do you see? Make sure, guys, when you copy the equation, you copy it correctly. Even here, some learners, they do mistake here. They put negative, and that thing there will give you error there if you can put negative here. And some other learners here, they end up putting negative even here instead of putting positive. And that thing, it leads you to get a wrong answer. So take note, guys, about that. So now let's substitute here our midpoint plus positive. And here, guys, you should take note that here it's your x value, it's your y value for a midpoint there. So let's substitute there because we are talking about line AB there. We are referring on line AB, and those points there, we have them there. Our x there, it's -4. X1 there, it's -4, meaning there here it's -4. Then now our x2 there, it's -2 there. Then our y2 there, it's 5. And our y1 there, it's -3. Then now you can press your calculator for this. First, you can start by pressing for that one there. And when you press that thing there in your calculator, you're supposed to get what? -4 there. Yeah. I am lying, guys. Here it's supposed to get -3 there. -3. Which is AB. Midpoint of AB. Then when you press all of this thing there, you're supposed to get +1 there. So this one, guys, it's a midpoint of line AB. And what I want you guys to take note about that point, guys, it should correspond with the diagram there. Do you see that point there? It means here we got x, we got +1 there. Do you see? As our y value, it's +1. And here we got what we call a negative value for x there. So that's how, guys, you get that one there. Straightforward. Don't panic, just apply what you understand. What you should know are all these equations, how to use those equations. Midpoint, distance equation, gradient. You will be given those one. Take note about that. All of this one, they won't give you. And now let's go to some tricky questions now. Take note that a last question, guys, all the time will be tricky. Last question there. So here's that thing that it simply says now, determine the value of P. The value of P. If they say now, determine the value of P. If line OC is parallel, guys, is parallel to line what? To AB there. These two lines, you are told that those two lines are parallel. There O is the original and C is point. Do you see this thing? They need you to determine this thing, guys, there. Yeah. And this thing, it's an original point. The original point, guys, it's 0 and 0 there. But what they told you about this question, they told you that those two lines are parallel. What do you understand, guys, about parallel lines there? I told you that parallel lines, they have equal gradient there. Here I made a mistake, guys. Here I was supposed to put M there. I was supposed to put M here. for C D. I didn't notice that, but I hope that you did. So this thing, it's equal, a gradient of this line is equal to the gradient of that one. This is what I will apply for these two questions. I'll say here a gradient of what? Of A B, it's equal to the gradient of what? Of CD, because AB, guys, it's parallel to OC there. OC here, OC. Do you see? Those two lines are parallel. It means their gradient is equal. But because, guys, I already got the gradient of what? Of AB there. Meaning that I already get the gradient of AB there, which is the gradient of this thing there. It's also equal to 4. That thing is also mean to you. Also, gradient of OC, it's 4 there. By you guys understanding this, that thing, it will help you now to solve the point that they need you to solve. Do you see this point? Because I know the gradient there. It means that I can say C there, which is 2 and P, and I'll look at here my original point. So this one I'll name it as gradient. I'll name this as point 1 there. This one I'll name it as point 2. Here it's X, guys. It's X there. I don't know why I do many mistakes like this here. So by you knowing that one it's point 1, point 2, that thing there, I can apply the gradient equation whereby I will solve that P there as my unknown value there. I will apply all this information there. Like this, the gradient equation, it's this divided by this x1 there. But now I'm focusing to OC, gradient of OC, which is the one that I know there. And now when I substitute, guys, I know this gradient is 4. And now when I substitute this point 2 there, it's X and Y, meaning that it's X and Y. This one is my point 2 there, which is X and Y, which is X and Y. Do you see? Then now here's point 1, there it's X and Y, meaning that it's X and Y there. Do you see? So now I got P as my unknown value there. Remember what I told you guys, 0 there, it's nothing. 0 will disappear. This equation will become like P over minus 2, 4 there. And those negative, guys, because they were dividing, those negative, they will cancel each other. That thing, they will just become like this, which is P divided that one there. Do you see? And now if you got a fraction here, you can form another fraction so that you can do a cross multiply. It means that this will multiply here, that will multiply there. This is what will happen. Anything when you multiply with 1, you'll get the same thing there, which is P there. And 4 multiplied by what? 4 multiplied by 2, it means that now my P there would become 8 there. Do you see this thing? And this thing to you guys, it shall make sense to you that P there, it's a Y value there. And when you are checking your Y value there are positive, it means here we'll get a positive answer as our P, which is also called a what? A Y value there. Do you see? So guys, take note, man, this thing is easy only if you know all your equation. But if you don't know how to use the equation, it will become much more difficult for you. So you can try the next question there, and if you need corrections, please watch the next video there. The next lesson, by the way, these are not the video, guys. You are doing lessons here. Just watch the next lesson there. Thank you for your time. All the best on your studies.